Man, I'm so past that hustling, grinding, working, get up a few racks, and then going to a buy her, pay her, like put down on the old foreign car stage. Like, a lot of these dudes be out here playing, man. They be going out here getting these cars. They got 150,000 miles on it, putting down 3 racks just to be able to pull up to the club and bag some little chick who don't know nothing about assets and what real money, what real wealth is. Just living a whole life. Like, I'm just past this stage, man. Just give me the little raggedy truck I can make some money with. Give me the little raggedy box truck I can make some money with. Give me a little small little Honda I can go make some little money with. Something to get me around town that ain't got no car note. Give me them little cars and give me the little 50 racks and 80 and 70 and 90 racks and be sitting on that and really be up letting folks think I'm broke. A lot of y'all folks won't think the people to think y'all rich and y'all really ain't got nothing.
That's my whole point that I'm making. Like, don't be dense. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Obviously, it's not just black people. Obviously, that can go on in the white community as well. I'm specifically talking about why black people feel like it's a constant status quo and a constant competition. Even the way that black people club. Let's not even talk about the nightlife. I come from the nightlife, so I know. You spend $1,000 on sections on liquor, throw money, throwing napkins, throwing this, throwing that. For what? For what? To have a good time? Like, you know what I'm saying? There are other ways to have good times. Like, I don't be dense, y'all. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
If you don't know how to make a sale, if you can't go get a stranger to buy your product or service, don't touch the money. That debt gonna have you lose your wife, lose your husband, get them kids at a private school, gonna take you to bankruptcy. No business funding first. See, everyone doesn't know how to sell. The mistake I see, people spend 3 months, 6 months, a year trying to figure out how to get funding and get the credit cards and drain their 401k and they build the business. They got the website, the product, they got all this. Now they're looking for the button to push to bring the customers. That's the hardest part in business. The $1 million problem is getting a person to drive into your store and go pull that credit card and spend with you. If you can't do that, don't touch that money.
All right, y'all, let's talk.
Ooh, that girl, John Blaze. She blaze it, and she on 100% right. The best thing I think I've ever learned to do was to sell. No, honestly, I think that's been the gift, the sales gift or skill. And it's not a gift. Anybody can learn it, bro. All of y'all can learn how to sell. All of y'all can learn how to sell. But selling, so imagine, I'm going to just give you a simple scenario. Imagine you go to work. You may have a part-time job. Let's say you have a full-time job. It's not a lot of stress. You don't have a whole bunch of energy. I mean, you don't have a whole bunch of energy drain. When you come home, you can moderately, enjoy yourself or relax. You would say, Leon, why do I want to do something different? I would tell you, do something in addition to what you're doing. Add on the ability to sell. Find a corporation or product that you truly believe in. Find a place you can work part-time. Find a place where you can actually get some basic skill training and they have a good program and do it. Because sales is the only reason I was able to move back to Atlanta from living at the beach on a golf coast. Yeah, boy, I was on the beach.
Oh, no.
They were like, why the hell you come back? I had kids. That area didn't have the best school system. But let's be 100, though. I was able to sell on the corporate associate level and then get promoted to a mid-level, have my own team management for like ADT corporate, learning how to sell alarm systems. I'll say their name because I'm so far removed from it. But it helped me to be able to develop that sales skill. Now you say, Leon, why is that important? Because in sales, there is no restriction on your paycheck. In sales, that's why people say they get into real estate. The agents getting in, they don't realize you're getting into a sales position. That's why some agents, they make money because they understand that. And some of y'all are some try to get into glamour. They get into the glamour. They think it's not all the stuff you think it is. It's not about knowing the most amount of information. It's about learning how to sell, how to ask the right questions, how to gain the right information, okay? And then how to show someone how what they're lacking, what you have meets their need. And that's it. And your income level shoots up.
The problem is a lot of people overindulge and are overly compulsive when it comes to using buy now, pay later apps. For example, you start with a firm and your first payments is $26.18, but then you keep buying and then you get another $26 on top of the first $26. and then you run it up to $100+ every 2 weeks or every month. And then you overspend on what I start with, Affirm, and then you go over to Afterpay and you do the same thing. So you run it up, now you paying $100+ a month on that, and then you go to Klarna and you do the same thing. So now you got 200-300+ of additional expenses on top of everything that you was already paying, that you already didn't have enough money for, or was real tight living paycheck to paycheck. So now you just created an additional $300 worth of expenses, and it's all on stuff that you don't necessarily have to have. It's on stuff that you want, that you think that you're getting for a cheap price initially, but then you keep doing it and it keeps adding up, and that's where the problem becomes.
Y'all, let's talk about it. Landlords are now offering buy now and pay later options for tenants to pay their rent. Now, if you're not familiar with these companies, there are companies out there by the name of Affirm and FlexBuy. Now, typically, these companies would allow you to purchase an item or a service, and you can pay them installment payments for the item and service, so you don't have to actually pay the full dollar amount up front. But now they're opening up, saying that you can now pay your rent, and you can utilize this same buy now, pay later. So basically, you can rent a stay now, and you can pay your rent later. Now, do you think this is a good idea, or do you think this is setting the tenant up for predatory lending?
Josie's Air. I don't know about predatory lending, but I do know that's a badass idea. It's really bad. Matter of fact, the whole buy here, pay here thing is nothing more than a buy here, pay here. That one also is bad, but a buy now, pay later, that's treacherous. That's evil. They tapping into your future earnings. You know that, right? And you're like, Leon, I gotta do it. I get you, but try to get to that place where you don't always have to do it. If they're gonna do it and give you $500 line of credit, just put 5 to the side bit by bit by bit. Leon, how do I go about do it? The way we used to do it, and I don't do it as much like this anymore. I moved to other things. Initially, I was just buying gold and silver. I would buy little gold and silver coins and put them somewhere. Now, y'all, I need y'all to use your head. If I was doing that 5 years ago, how much do you think gold and silver is worth now? See, what it does, it makes it harder to be able to take that money that you put into the savings account and just use it down the street. This is too much. Let's keep going. This is way too much. I just think some people just aren't ready for that because your mind locks up against it. You're like, oh, yeah, it's all the individual. For me, it made it harder for me to go and tap into that money. It was in a harder asset. I had to go somewhere liquidated. Then they were, of course, probably going to give me less than what it was at that time. But for some people that don't know how to set up those hard stops to keep them from, to keep them along the road of where they're trying to head for their financial goal, you know, and that's a big thing. You got to do it that's why I keep saying it's unique to you. Look at yourself, listen to your spirit, listen to what that little thing that says, that intuition that says, it's God talking to you, my man. It's God talking to you.
Horses.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, your total is $115. Cash or card?
Can I do a payment plan? Y'all do payment plans?
Brother.
Buy now, pay later, and I just I keep paying.
Yeah, I know we do that, but bro, you got to do a payment plan for Air Forces.
Chill.
Yo, I know the price increased, but that's really some low level shit.
Just let me do it. Like what?
Bro, I never heard of that, bro.
Klarna and Affirm are done with y'all. Buy here, pay here now. You see, they can't give us nothing. And this ain't got nothing to do with black folk. This got something to do with everybody broke folk, okay? They done found a way for us to take vacations on credit, for us to buy clothes on credit. Hell, on shoptkdeals.com, some of the people we're doing business with have buy here, pay here. And y'all not paying your damn bills.
There's literally a scripture in the Bible that tells us the more we worry about money, the faster it flies away from us. Proverbs 23, 4-5. Do not weary yourself to gain wealth. Weary means tire yourself out. Stop dwelling on it. When you set your eyes on it, it is gone. For wealth certainly makes itself wings like an eagle that flies towards the heavens. And I can even attest that in seasons in my life where I was really trying to work harder for money, the harder I worked, the further and faster it ran from me. Whereas the seasons where I was like, God, be God. Money would come from God knows where, God knows how. And it's probably because in those seasons I was aligned with him. I was fully trusting in him and I allowed things to flow. I didn't allow my worry to create a spirit of like control and trying to make sure that I do this and I gotta hustle, I gotta grind. When God's like, you just have to be patient.
You know, girl, she ain't right. She ain't wrong. She ain't wrong at all. I'm gonna tell you, like, worry changes your perception of what to do next. I learned that hard way. Worry actually makes it changes your perception on what to do next. Let me drop this down. It does. Like, you start seeing it different because you've created this figment of your imagination. Like, you created this image or how things are going to play out, and it's stemming from worry. And you're like, Leon, I keep trying not to worry. I keep trying not to worry. I'm about to drop some stuff on you. I'm going to just give you a piece of it. The rest of it is going to go to my other channel, Wealthy Gods, and I'm going to put the rest of it in my Patreon, people, because I love you. Oh, no. Because I get you. I feel you. Look, I get you. I'm tempted by worrying. In real estate, it's easy to be tempted by worrying. It's always something that comes. You got kids. You got family. You got to get to work. You got to get home. You got the car acting a certain way. The spouse. She like, well, my baby. She be like, baby, we rocking. But some people don't have all of that. So it automatically, you start creating this world that doesn't exist, and you look at it, and then you step into it, and then you wonder why the decisions come out the way they come out. It's because you stepped into a world of worry that you designed in your head. Because I tell people, you're a creator. You're a creator. We spend more time chasing the bread when we should be creating. And it's easy to say, Leon, you can say that because of blah, blah, blah. And you got this, and you're online in the middle of the day streaming. Shouldn't you be out doing more and making some money? I say it because this is the money maker right here talking to you. This is really the money maker talking to you. Because the reality of it is, if I can touch enough people where you can open your eyes and become conscious of this, then some people won't go down a road that I've gone down plenty of times and was beating my head trying to figure out, why am I going down this road? The way you beat this money thing out is in your identity. The way you beat this money thing out is in your identity. It's not in your physical identity, you being a black person or being a white person. And that's true. It's more in your spiritual identity. It's you having some foundation that lets you know that the God of the universe loves you and you're his child. And he's always working. Matter of fact, he's worked, but he's always positioning you for what he's already worked and done for you.
I don't care how much money I have in my bank account. I'ma always choose that buy now, pay later option. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend $200 at one time. I want to spend $50 today. I spent another $50 in 2 weeks, and so on and so on. And I'll come out here saying, well, you got to pay all them extra fees. No, you don't. If you choose the option to pay in 4, it's interest free. But if you want to pay in 6 or 8, of course you're going to have to pay some fees, but it still ain't going to be that much. What's the extra $8? What's the extra $20? Like, you going to spend that on food, might as well buy now, pay later, that shit out. Now they making it so some of them will report to the credit bureau. So if you paying your bills on time, you good. The way things are going right now, time's too hard to not get what you want. You work hard for what you want in life. And I feel like if you want to go out here and get a pair of shoes, if you want to go out here and get your hair done, if you want to go get your nails done, whatever, buy now and pay it later. That's what it's here for.
All of my black community, I need y'all to come to the front. Now, for the past couple of days, I've been listening to a lot of discourse about the song Spin That, where some people are saying it's just a song, it's not that serious, and then the other half of the folks are saying we need to boycott it. Now, me personally, I do not like the song, and not for the same reasons as everybody else, because I don't look at celebrities to teach my kids nothing or be a role model for them, because that's my job. But I know people listen to these songs and they cannot just listen to the song. They want to make it a whole blueprint for their life. Now, y'all seen the mother and the daughter who just got caught stealing out the Louis Vuitton store. I think they stole about $7,000. It was like 2 bags or something like that. And they end up getting caught because they were sitting on TikTok making, reels to the Spin That song, holding these stolen bags in their hand. Then they end up getting locked up. But look at this chart. You see where we fall at on this list? We are last on the list. You know why? Because we promote a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit that people follow. And just because you won't follow it, that does not mean that a lot of people in our community don't. Why don't we make some songs about fucking investing, about how to stop over consuming, about saving money? You know why? Because then we would get better as a race. But
it wouldn't be sexy too, honestly. And I'm being real with you. Like, yo, what am I saving, bro? Is that y'all saving all that cash? Say that cash. Say that cash. Say it don't even go the same way, and I get it. I get it. But there's other ways to go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And I get what she's saying. You gotta the music programs us, and because the music programs us, and people think it's not that, and that's or not conscious of it. The music programs us, bro. It does.
this is the shit that we are talking about and promoting. So that's the reason why I can't get in line. And a lot of these celebrities, the crazy part is they be making songs about shit that they're not even doing. Do better.
Things like that we don't think about. Or I can go put this cruise on Klarna, Affirm, all these different type of things, and I can pay it off. But I don't think about the fact that when I come back, now I got to make this payment every month. So again, that's basically a fixed expense because I got to pay that back every month. We don't think about those type of things.
What did y'all expect to happen?
I agree with him on that. I know I didn't when I first. I'm not telling you something that God ain't never navigate me through, bro. I think that's why I can share it. That's why I can do it. That's why I can share it. Working a job and then also being in real estate, and then also just trying to do real estate full time and have to deal with making your bills meet, bro. I'm telling you.
After 40 years of hip hop music and black culture infiltrating the airwaves and the TVs and the internet, screaming, drug dealing, whores, sluts, sex, cars, money, everything. It's all materialistic.
Mm-hmm. And we've been programmed to be a materialistic group of people. And I'm not saying that's it, period. Like, and that's not true because not all black people are materialistic. But and I'm gonna tell you, it's not just black people, bro. Don't get it twisted. I was looking at Asians recently, how they had a big spike in the luxury market when it comes to things like purses, homes, like going off the route. It's almost like they see what America's doing and Americans are doing when it comes to materialism and the life that we're living with credit and things like that. And when they're like, oh, snap, this is the way to doing it. And so it's infecting their culture. And that's why they're probably one of the leading, they make money, but they're also buying a lot of luxury items. They're basing a lot of their value off of it. Bro, I don't just watch U.S. news. Some of y'all watch U.S. news. I watch news from all over the place, including the diaspora. I'm just all over the place. If it's a great story, I love to watch it. I love to understand what's going on in other cultures, not just in our culture. Our culture is important, but we can also learn some not to do's from other cultures too. Not that we mirror them, because let's be for real. This beautiful black culture has affected everybody. Okay, and we will continue to be impactful on people, but I do understand, and I'm not going to deny, that we enjoy having stuff, okay? We enjoy flossing, we enjoy flexing. Oh, no. Your boy will do the same thing. You talking to a dude, his first big check in real estate, I went and bought me an Audi out cash. How the hell you think I got this cut? Yo, and you can tell how long ago that was too, because look, it's all chipped. I had this for a while. But I'm going to tell you, real talk, that's it. So I ain't telling you nothing I ain't been through. I ain't telling you nothing I don't know. Would I have done that same thing over again? Hell yeah. I don't like having a car note. That was just a luxury I had. But the skills to actually take that money and to do other things, I had partners that had higher skill sets in that space. And I respected it and I saw it. You know, mine came up to a level, theirs went higher. But it challenged me to actually raise the roof on the skill set when it comes to money, real estate, and handling material. And I'm gonna just tell you like this. At the end of the day, materials are designed to serve you, not you serve it. If it's stressing you out, then for some reason you might ask the question, am I supposed to have it? Should I be doing it? Is this the right place to be at? I am not one of those YouTubers that tell you you got to fit into this box. I'm gonna tell you, if you got a feeling and an inclination, something in you that's saying, hey, this is not, I don't know about this. There's a reason for that. I'm not talking, and you got to be honest with yourself. Is it a thing you're just being lazy? No, you got to know for yourself. Because I would look at things that I knew in my heart I should never have been there. But I was in this type of quest to impress, connect, project what other people like me are supposed to be projecting in the real estate space. You got a car, you got to get a Jaguar. A Jaguar was my first car I got. When I got my license, my first car was a Jaguar. Because I thought I needed, it was an X-type Jag. Because I thought I needed that in order for people to buy houses from me. And it sucked because I was in Riverdale and I pulled up to this light and this dude just poof, right behind me. I'm like, damn, my Jag. And I get out the joint and I'm looking at that mug. But you know why it was like that? It was because I was worrying when I came to that light, how the hell I'm going to sell more deals to pay that damn bill. Do you think any of my clients even, this is Leon, that's the dude with the X-type Jaguar. They didn't care. They just want to make sure that if wherever I took them to, whatever they purchased, they got good solid information from me on good wisdom on what to do. I showed them the deals and I was responsible in the transaction. But the worry and the lie made up an image and I stepped into it and I got smashed in the back of that light. Damn, you know, I ain't never had car accidents till I've been to Georgia. What is up with this, Georgia? Why we always got these car accidents, bro? Never had one. Never had one. But I had to impress them. And at that time, I think I got my wife. My wife was like, and I had a paid off Honda Accord. Coming out the military, a paid off Honda Accord. Oh no. The joint was slick with the low profile tires, like late 90s, like 99. I know y'all like it's 2026, but damn, it was in 2026 at that time. It was like 2005, 2006. But it was that 1999. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, good. That joint's nice. They paid it off. And I'm like, I gotta impress y'all. I'm gonna go sell it and buy a Jaguar. And I had just started dating my wife. She said, that car looks like a roach. It was a roach mobile. Man, the things you do to impress people that don't give too much shits about you.